The first modern human date to 195,000 years ago in Africa. The gene for the white skin and blue eyes only appeared roughly 6,000 years ago. And they said that we were made in God's image. Well, 195,000 years ago was black folks. And when I told somebody, I said, what if God lived in your shadow and you went all around the world, to all of the churches, you went to Tibet, you went to Israel, you went all of these places looking for God. He was always right there with you. The truth is that God is in you. God is right inside of you every time we look in the mirror. But you know why we keep our headphones on? You know why we stay on the telephone? Because we don't want to hear that voice. That hurts. I wrote a movie called Walking with Gods, and it was a superhero movie. And the whole point of the movie was this man found out that he was God and didn't know what to do about it. I told a Christian lady one time, I said, baby, if you taught your children that they were gods, maybe they would act like gods. And if they acted like gods, maybe someone would praise them like they are gods. Then I told somebody, I said, listen, we can go from a scientific perspective. God is all matter, right? Right? Can we agree on that? Any of my science folks, God is all matter, right? What are you made out of? So that doesn't mean that you are a God. You are God. You don't know whether you boogie in his nose or the hair in his ass. You don't know what part of God you are. But you are God. That's the reason why some of y'all who do music, you hear somebody do a song, and you be like, man, he beat my record. Nah, because y'all all are connected. It's called the mastermind theory. We are all part of one source and have infinite power. But until you start thinking that, because the truth is, I read it and as a man thinking, you are what you think, and you think what you hear. So all you ever hear is, bitches ain't shit, but those are true. Niggas ain't shit. That's all I ever heard from my uncle. These niggas ain't shit. I'll give you another example. The white slave master would always say that black folks were lazy. Shit, we did all the work. How are we lazy? We built everything for free. But, I'm going to show you the power of words. They said that you were lazy so much for so long that we believed it. But we are the hardest workers on earth. So the thing that I always want y'all to know, regardless of what and how my life changed, was when I realized I was God. But in order to be God and to understand that God's true church, because I said this in the song and I know people are going to get mad at me, so I'm explaining to y'all first so y'all won't come jump on. I said in the song that I have called Batman's Elevator, I said in the new song, I said the God that you seek, you won't find in the church. You won't find in the grave. God is right here. But if this is the temple, you have to keep it clean. That's the way that you think. That is the way that you act. Those are the things that you eat. And I promise y'all, once you change those things, everything in your life will change. I am no longer mad at white people. I'm no longer mad at the haters. I'm no longer mad at anybody. Let me tell you what I learned. Everything in this life is your fault. Everything. I'm going to give you an example. People don't know this, but the records that have always popped in my life, I worked it myself. The label would spend $100,000 on my record and it would fail. But most people sit back and blame the label. Oh man, they screwing me. But if you have knowledge of that, then it is your responsibility to take responsibility of your life. If the teacher ain't teaching you right, then it's your obligation to go find the book, research it, and study it yourself. There is no excuse for failure. And before I wrap this part up, I'm going to tell you what else I think, because I'm feeling good. I personally think, and I hope there ain't no older people in here, because they probably have a heart attack when I say this. I think the worst thing that ever happened to black people was integration. And I'm going to tell you why. Let me explain why. If you look at any other culture in America, they have their own towns. They have their own businesses. Like literally, we all know there's some parts of town you can't go in after dark. There's some parts of New York that you can't go, some parts of north side Chicago that you can't go, some parts of Brooklyn that you can't go after a certain time, a certain community. And if you do something to those kids in that community, they're not calling the cops. They're coming to do your family. And this is something I really believe. If you want people to stop, let me tell you this. I forgot this part because I'm emotional, so I'm on paper. There's only two things that white supremacy respects in this world. If y'all want them to stop killing our kids, remember this. White supremacy only respects fear or finances. If you lose money or if you lose life. It's just like a man. Where my players in here? Y'all not gonna admit it because the women in here don't keep their hands down. I wouldn't either. If a woman continues to allow I'm sorry, baby. I just be out of what I be thinking it. I'm still crazy though. Let me tell y'all why. I'm gonna tell y'all why I make jokes. The reality of what our people are going through in America is so depressing. It is so hard. Once I started studying things like Monsanto, what they're doing to our food and GMOs, it got so depressing. There's so many different levels of racism and oppression that I said, we gotta lighten it up. As long as we still walking, as long as when it come down to it, because I'm just letting y'all know, if it go down, it's going down. I might be the person you need to be around or run out, one or the other. I know the way to get out, one or the other. But that's the only two things that they respect. Now I'm going to close it up and I'm going to allow y'all questions. I'm going to give y'all a couple of steps that I believe could get us out of this situation based on what I said. The first thing I think black folks need to do is get knowledge of their own God. I think that's first. We are the only, we're one of the only subsections of people in the world that believe that God doesn't look like us. Buddhism looks like, their God looks like who? Looks like them. Any other race of people, God looks like them. So as a child, if the highest thing in existence to you doesn't look like you, that makes you feel like a stepchild. So if black people don't find their God, it's a problem. I think the second thing that black people have to do is educate themselves, by themselves. I'm going to tell you why. Black people are also the only group of people who are sent to school to praise their oppressor. Think about it. Jewish people don't go to school to learn about Nazis. Let that sink in. It doesn't happen. I will give you another example. My preference is Malcolm, not Martin. This is my preference. I don't, he did a lot, but my preference and what I believe in, why don't they teach about Malcolm? Why don't they teach about that? Why don't they teach about the Black Panthers? I don't get that. because it does not benefit them. But the thing that I found out is they're not supposed to. You are supposed to take care of yourself. Like as an actor, I used to get mad and understand why black folks don't get more parts. It's their movies. They shouldn't give your ass nothing. You should make your own movies. You should create your own internet. You should have your own stores. And that's part 3. Black people must create themselves. Grow your own food. And I'm only being honest with you. The people that you trust with your food are the same people that put smallpox in the blankets of Native American women and children, and you respect and trust them with your food and water? What? And act like AIDS wasn't created? What? And I'm only speaking the truth. The 4th part of that is huh?
No, I was saying I'm wrong for clapping. I agree with you, please.
Oh yeah, no. We good. He's over. I thought he was having church. I was like, oh. I was gonna let you have it down here. You want to run through. I don't like menses. No, it's just I don't want purses. Oh my gosh, what's going on? How you doing, sister? You alright? Alright, let me finish up. Then we must learn to distribute our own products. Let me tell you something. When I was talking about the boycott during Christmas, a lot of people were telling me, well, because I was telling people they need to boycott Christmas all the way out. A lot of people was telling me, well, what about buying from black stores? I said, that don't make no sense, because those are not black products. You just really get your precious product at a slightly lower price and still selling it. So until you create and distribute your own products, that's at the most important level, and was the reason why I asked you, how did you feel about black people? Is because you must then buy black products. And every other race of people does it. See, the problem is people think because I'm pro-black that I'm anti-something else. I am not. Me loving my people, shoot, when they gonna say, go Celtics, black folks gonna be mad, like, go ahead, Celtics. You feel me? Loving, and that's how they make us feel bad for loving our people. You know the reason why you gotta cut your hair to get a job? Because you need to make them feel comfortable. They're telling the little black boys and girls that they cannot wear locks, and it is not dreadlocks. The reason why they call them dreads is because they were scared of them. It's not dreads. Our hair is not dreadful. And if you want to break it down from a scientific perspective, our hair is non-ether. That of a sheep. Let's be clear. And 6 ether, well, I'll let y'all have that. We'll talk about that later. Those of you all get it, y'all get it. But we must support ourselves. And that is the only way that other races of people will respect us, is when you have your own. I don't mind being a collective nation, but we can't be a collective nation until we can stand on our own. For the most part, we're nothing but consumers. We are really dope fiends. That's all black Americans are, because we don't produce or provide anything. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is very painful, but it's true. There are benefits for white supremacy. Listen to the radio. If I pimp you, or if I say like a pimp, I got the #1 single in the nation. If I say it's a war against evil, it's tough on me. Think about most black people with uber power. I don't mean like David Banner cool money, like, yeah, you all right. No, I'm talking about big people. You can't name me one person that has any sign of culture. Anybody that has a beard. Anybody that stands for anything. Anybody that wears their natural hair. Because in order for you to be uber rich in black America, you must sacrifice everything about yourself. And those of us who try to stand for black people, we don't support them. There is no way in the hell Malcolm X was supposed to die with $300 in his pocket. There is no reason why his family is still struggling. There is no reason why Harry Belafonte had to pay for half of the stuff Martin Luther King did. And to this day, most people don't know it. There is no reason we don't take care of ourselves because we don't love ourselves. And until we stand as a people and admit it, it will stay the same. I am ready for the questions. Let's go. And y'all tell these folks I'm gonna try my hardest to never be a preacher or a politician. Everybody say I'm gonna be a preacher or a politician. Those two are the things I don't trust the most. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you have a constituency that pays you, there is no way that you can be for your people. Because if I give you $100,000, you gonna pass the bill I tell you to pass. I'm ready to start.
All right, so I'm just gonna ask that everyone line up in the middle and just keep your questions down to one, please.
I'm on one right now. I'm waiting on it. Oh no, he don't know. No, I was looking at the other way. Hey man.
My question for you
Where you from? What's your name?
Benjamin Knapp III. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. Let me tell y'all why real quick I asked you to do this. When I first got in the music industry, every time I would see somebody, I wouldn't give them music. Put that in, put the mic in that hand. We'll get rid of the mic because you got a lot of stuff. Okay. I would always say, what's happening, Doug? David Banner, Mississippi. Give them no music. I come back the next time. Hey, dog, what's happening? David Banner, Mississippi. Guess what happened the third time I saw Andre 3000? I walked up to him, I said, hey, my name is, he said, you never know how I can use you. You never know how we can use each other. If you don't present yourself and let me know who you are, anybody will know you. And men, they were supposed to teach us this in school. The first thing you do with a man is give him a firm handshake and look him in his eye. And do y'all know why we don't look each other in the eye? There were laws that if you looked a white man in the eye, you could die. Do you know why there's so many crabs in the bucket in our hood? All of this stuff is scientific. Because in a slave plantation, if one slave escaped, they would beat every slave nearly to death. So y'all think we just hate us because we hate us. No, we were beaten to hate. I'm ready.
My only question is, I remember a couple years ago in your song Sex, Drugs, and Video Games, you highlighted a trip to Africa that kind of helped change your perspective on life. And could you just briefly describe that trip?
I can. You're funny. Yeah. See, I'm always doing something, dog. You are funny. Nobody else knows what's going on. All right. I went to Tanzania. And can I tell y'all the worst thing that happened to me in Tanzania before I tell you all the great things that happened while I was in Tanzania? The worst thing that happened in Tanzania is I went to the club, and the club was jamming. And they was playing music. And everybody in there was going, nigga, nigga, nigga. Guess where they learned the word nigga? From American rappers. When I went in the studio with all the rappers, that was the first thing that they thought that they could say to be cool with me. Hey, my nigga. And I was like, oh, not in Africa. No, shit, we fucked up. I'm serious. I was embarrassed. That was our contribution to Africa. That was the painful thing. There was one other painful thing that I want to tell y'all about that. I haven't said it publicly. It's bothering me. In Africa, and I want y'all to remember this, most indigenous people praise God the same way. The Native Americans believe that God is in everything. They respect everything. Animals, children, women, everything, right? Africans, the indigenous people, the same thing. They may call it something else, but they all believe that God is in everything and they respect everything like it's God. Asian, same thing, right? God is in everything, the chi, all of that, right? Everything that is outside of that religion, and this is what I learned. If a country is a certain religion, and it's not that indigenous religion, it's only that religion because that was the religion that conquered that region. Most people praise the God that they praise because they praise the God of their oppressor. And that was the saddest thing. But the greatest thing, there was a bunch of great things about Africa, was when I went to Africa and I found out if you black and you want to make some money, the reason why they make y'all scared of Africa is because they are making billions over there. If you want to become a billionaire, you need to find your way to Africa, and I'm being real with you. It takes, the systems are a little bit slower because the systems are not set up for rape, because that's what commercialism is. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with commercialism. I just have a problem when they put the money before the people. That's the problem. So a lot of their systems are not set up. The other thing was the connection to the land. That was the first place I ever went, and I was there for over a week, and I was cool. Let me tell you the other thing that happened that was so exciting. It was the first time in my life I went a week without seeing anybody. Hey, no, I'm serious. And I don't have a problem with that. But imagine every billboard. Imagine every president, every mayor, everybody on television is black. I'm not used to that. Most of the shows, think about the shows that we like that's black. And most of the time, if we really put them up against every other show, we really only dealing with them shows because it's black people and that's all that we have. But not in Africa. It felt amazing. And it let me know that God was showing me that what you feel inside is right. That fight that you want to fight is right. Because, and this is my opinion, and I'm going to move to the next person because we got a lot of people. I believe that if God truly came back to this earth, I believe he would be pissed off at black men. And I'm going to tell you why. Actually, black men and women, because if you study ancient religions, the Trinity was actually God, the man, and the woman. That was actually the Trinity. So it's your responsibility too. But he gave the earth to you. Louis C.K., the comedian, said something that was so real. He was like, God was pissed. He said, because I gave you everything. Food is on the tree, on the ground. It's everywhere. Everything that you need in life is outside. But you walk over. I hope I answered your question. Let's go. I'm feeling good. How much time we have? I need some water. We got 24 minutes? All right. Peace, brother. Peace, God.
You pretty much asked the same question I was going to ask you. When you said earlier you took a recent trip and you changed your perspective on, I guess, your career that you were thinking of. But the second question is going to be, you mentioned it before. I was going to say, how can you, since you had this, this intervention, what would you say could be your strength or something that can change the economic situation you like the good?
Okay, I tell you. And I want to be clear about y'all with something. Africa did not change my life. A lot of people say when they go to Africa, it changed their life. It didn't change my life. I was already on the road. Africa just reaffirmed what God had been putting in my heart all the time. I didn't need an epiphany. Those things were always in my head, even back in the day. If y'all really go back and listen to my albums, the second single after Like a Pimp was kind of like on 22. God, I know that we pimp. God, I know that we wrong. God, I know that I should talk about more in all of my songs. I know these kids are listening. I know I'm here for a mission, but it's so hard to get them with 22-inch rims up listening. It's just that y'all don't listen because the beat is banging and I'm from the South, so they think I'm stupid already. Ooh, I just want to give me a gun and pimp some hoes. That's what I want. That's what you thought. Go back and look at Like a Pimp. I'm going to show y'all something that's going to trip y'all up. If you cut off the music, I was surprised that MTV played it. We ran the Ku Klux Klan out of Mississippi. Y'all don't remember that? The Burning Cross, we pushed it down. At the end of the video was the noose, but it was still banging, bum, bum. And I took the Confederate flag, ripped it up, and it said, like a pill, and I threw it back at the screen. Didn't nobody see that. Oh, y'all saw that girl with the big ass. And I understand that's a distraction, but I've always been talking. The only problem with me is that I was drunk and high, and I was depressed, and I was sad. We come from very depressing situations. Oh, got you. Oh, what can I do for the hood? I got you. But what? Yeah.
Like you said, you went to Africa, but then everybody came to it, you know, from the African region. How could you relate that or transfer that to?
Okay, it's very easy, very easy. I'll give you something really quick. They say we can't do nothing but rap and play basketball and football, right? Why in the hell, when Michael Jordan came back, or let's say if LeBron left the NBA, wouldn't everybody follow LeBron? Why can't we make our own NBA? You know why? Jordan, the second time he come back, people wouldn't done anything. I'm gonna tell you something that's sad, that really pisses me off, that nobody talks about. Before integration, can I say ass? They wouldn't. I had already said it. I got it. Let me do this. I get paid to do this. I know what I'm doing. I was gonna say ass anyway. He just ruined it. Ass. I used to say it all the time in a different context. Anyway, I like that word. No. It was amazing that they wouldn't let you into their colleges. And as soon as they let you into their colleges, you left yours. If one group of black stars would play for a black college for 1 year, it would change the texture of America. And this is no diss to my comrades, with the exception of 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the only rapper that wears his own clothes. We get our own brands and we still wearing Louis Vuitton, we still wearing Gucci, we still wearing Tom Ford, and them folks hate you. They hate you. So the key to black success is black people loving themselves. The reason why we don't wear black clothes is because we don't see any value in self. And we love black folks and black music, and you better start singing you some R&B and stop doing all this music, because they taking your music. I'm gonna tell y'all can say what y'all want to, but Adele is singing her ass off. Y'all better get back in the studio. You can say what you want to, Eminem be rapping his ass off. You better start rapping again. We doing everything but black culture. If we focused on black culture, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, a lot of people get mad about this. The best thing that you can do for the black community is you become successful. That's what people don't understand. That's what God is showing me. Everybody's always trying to help people when you ain't right. I'm sorry, college, you're not right. If you get right, like right now, people don't know this, I own a multimedia company. If y'all get an opportunity, go to A Banner Vision. A Banner Vision. I did the music for Gatorade, for the World Cup. I did all the music for Pepsi for the NFL season except the Super Bowl. I did the international release for Mercedes-Benz A-Class. I did the commercial for Marvel vs. Capcom video game. Did y'all hear about 4 years ago, it's one of the biggest Gatorade commercials in history? The one that sounded like a gospel song. If you want a revolution, now a solution, evolve. That was me. I need to move to the next question, but I want to tell y'all a really funny story. Listen, I'm gonna do it quick. We had done this commercial 11 times, and they still said it wasn't good enough. And this really happened, y'all. I said, I bet you they want us to do slave music. Who say yes, sir? Who say yes, sir? And my homeboy was like, that's it. And then we went, if you want a revolution, no solution, evolve. And if you look in my MP3 player, it says slave music. And believe it or not, that's what Gatorade did. And it was only a joke. I sent it in as a joke. If you want a revolution, no solution, evolve. That's like, ooh, that's hot. Wow. Better start doing your music. I'm ready, love. How you doing? Very good to meet you, Bree. Take the mic.
Okay, so my question actually relates to what you were just talking about. You told him to be successful.
Mhm.
It was like, you be successful, but how do you think as college students we can change that perspective of being successful to being excellent?
I believe excellence is in self. Successful is in self. See, I'm gonna give you an example. I believe that I haven't made it yet. People always ask me, why do I work so hard? And I tell them because I don't think I made it. That was your goal for your life. What if I thought I could be a billionaire? I felt I fallen way short. I think excellence in life is totally up to you. Like the thing I say about my kids, and I don't have kids yet, is I don't care what my kids decide to do, as long as that's what they want to do. I'll give you an example. One thing that I hate about music, you said I love it, we gotta move. We get to the next person. Most people rap, because that's all they know. Most folks ain't rapping to help extend the culture or add something to the culture. Everybody is selfish and greedy. So do what you want to do. Why do you want to always ask people, why do you want to rap? Oh man, I want to get out of the hood. Okay. All right. What else do you want to do? I just want to make money. And I want to tell y'all something about money really quick. I used to live in LA, and I used to tell people, it's like, what do you need to do in order to make it in LA? And I would always tell them this, draw a line in the sand. If you would do anything for money, you're nothing but a whore. It's not what you do for money that makes you a man or a woman. It's what you won't do. And to me, that's excellent. Yes, sir. I like your hair, dog. Brother, appreciate that. Appreciate that. You so like hair twin.
That was a little more, feminine than mine.
We did that.
Amen. But my name is Demetrius Cole Jackson. I am from the gorgeous Prince George's County, Maryland. PG, what's up? Hey, you want to stop now? Okay. You said something really beautiful, I thought, earlier, and you spoke on how, in a sense, we are all gods. We are all God. We are all part of God. That's what you said. That's been heard many times, many ways. My question to you is, it sounds like in order to get that mindset instilled and held on to, it calls for a culture change. So my question to you is, how do we realistically, amongst my peers, my youth, the same people that listen to this ratchet music and doing whatever, how do we realistically enhance that culture and get to that stage? I've seen bits and pieces of that here at Morgan State. We had a time period where it was called Wear Your Crown, the Wear Your Crown movement. It was real cool, real beautiful. Hey, Sister Clean, Brother King, and it kind of died down. So my question is, how do we really kind of brand that into the culture of our generation? Because I feel like that's very invaluable, to have that mindset.
This is only my personal opinion, and this may sound a little mean. We have to instill it in the kids. This is what I believe. Because most grown folks have already made up their mind what they want to do. I speak to impressionable minds. That's what I do. They also say, and as a man thinking, you can never save or change another man. A man or a woman will not change until they decide to be. So what I decided to do, I'm going to do this revolutionary music, I'm going to do this spiritual music, but I'm going to make it fly. That's what you have to do. You have to make it fly. And I'm going to tell you what I learned from the Black Panthers. Do you want to know why the Black Panthers were successful? It wasn't because of the leather. That was fly. And afros, because, wow, that's beautiful sisters. It was because they provided for their people. After school lunches, after school care for the kids. Black folks at a point right now, and I'm going to tell y'all something. Black folks would do something positive if it paid. I don't sit around and tell y'all to be like me. I'm going to be successful. I want to make wearing your hair like this fly. So that other kids would want to do it. All we have to do is be successful and we be consistent. I'm going to tell you what I learned. People look at you more than you think. I don't agree with that. A lot of the thugs tease you or they say what they want to say because they want to see if you're real. Black folks have been lied to so long that they don't believe you either. So when you waver, then they be like, see man, he's talking that shit. I don't want to hear that black power shit. You fake just like everybody else. All we have to do is stay consistent. The difference between me, I feel like if I go back, then I'm going to die. Because I couldn't sleep. So I guess God put me in a situation where you can't go back if you want to. Just stay consistent, I believe. Every answer to y'all question is you. Everything that you ask me is you. How can you? How can I change the hood? You change the hood. How can I change it? You change your situation. I have a group of white friends from Europe. They were the ones that got me into As a Man Thinking, Think and Grow Rich, all of those types of books, the Master Key System. And every time I would go to dude for advice, I would ask him, bruh, what do you think about this? And he'll turn around every time and ask me, what do you think? Because most of the time, you know what to do. You just want to hear something external. God is already telling you inside, you already feel right. Let me ask you a question to women. No matter how fly a dude is, when you saw him, you knew what it was. Men, y'all know when we see that girl that we ain't got no business dealing with. Oh, but that, oh, she looks good. Maybe it'll work this time. You felt it when you saw her. When you walk into a room, you feel it. Because you are connected to everything. Every answer to every one of your questions is you. Come on, sister. All right. Y'all, I promise y'all won't have to cut it like in the middle. So y'all stand by side like two people and y'all ask y'all questions together. We gotta go. All right. You have amazing skin. You're beautiful.
This thought process of us like fighting where it's kind of been instilled in us for like hundreds of years, like centuries. So realistically, how long do you think it would take for us to like change that mindset?
Good question. Wow, that's a good question. I've always wanted to answer that question, but then I get emotional and I forget about it. Thank you, I'm serious. Let me tell you what happened. Do you think when the founding fathers of America created the theory of America that they thought that they would ever see it? They knew that they wouldn't see it. See, that's the problem with our people. We have bought into this microwave concept. The things that I'm trying to do, I will never see them. But I will instill them so the next generation will do it. My plan is 300 years down. But to know that I had a small or big part of something better, what we have to do is realize that it's not for us. And plant a seed, exactly. Every time somebody asks me, like, what do you do? I always tell them that I'm a humble servant of the people. That's all I do. And the truth is, it took over 350 years of constant oppression to get us this way. It's going to take at least half of that to get out. And that's why I told y'all in the beginning that there are rewards for white supremacy. So we scared to leave it alone. And I'm going to give y'all my theory. This is why I might go to jail. I believe that whatever happens to America, because America is going to get something. They have been so evil to so many people for so long, just by karma, something is going to happen. I'm going to tell y'all something. America is so parasitic that once it eats up everything, it can't eat anything but itself. And black people are going to suffer. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to suffer. Because we don't want to lose it. We talk about all these negative things, but we play into every aspect of it ourselves. It's just going to take a little while. I love pretty skin.
Yes, we have that.
What's up, brother?
Kevin, Baltimore. I don't know if everybody knows this, but this Saturday is the 50th anniversary of Malcolm X's assassination. With that being said, I just want to know what you think. Why we haven't had a prominent black leader since him and Martin Luther King were killed?
Thank you. Good question. I answer your question now. Can I give my opinion also, if you don't mind? I don't think we should have a leader. Everybody tries to make me want to be this leader or this spokesman. Have we not learned yet? Every time we get a leader, they back him up and get, because I'm going to be honest with you, I think the assassination of Martin Luther King hurt black people more than his life did. Because once he died, we gave up. Once Malcolm died, it hurt our feelings so much that we stopped. The truth is this. If you look at any movement in America, when the Latinos go and speak to the president or anybody else, what is it about for the most part? It's about immigration, right? When gays and lesbians go and talk to the president or they talk about a movement, what does he usually accomplish? Equal rights, marriage. It's a movement. It's not a leader. We have to get goals and principles. We don't need leaders. They murder leaders. All we have to do is, and I don't care what it is, black folks, we can get some dice and roll on it. Just pick something. Pick one thing and let's accomplish something. My mom, me and her had the worst argument over Obama. Because y'all don't want to hear my opinion. I'll give it to you next time I come. No, that's it. I gotta want you to want for something else. If I give you everything, there's no need for you to have me back sweet. I sort of think I look good. You know, just new hair. I'm feeling myself right now. Just told y'all I think I'm a god. You know, I'm feeling myself a little bit. Well, let me ask you the next question. We keep it back. Now I gotta hurry up, y'all. We almost finished.
Derek.
Peace, brother.
Got a question.
Yes.
You've been alluding to, I should say, separation and not integration, which is something that I truly believe in. I've studied Marcus Garvey. After step 4 in your process, where we build our communities financially, politically, and all of those aspects, is it now time to return to Africa?
I think that's a personal choice, because my belief is we built this thing for free. I gotta get this get back. My personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I believe at some point I'm going to leave America. I don't know where I'm gonna go. People always ask me if it's Africa. I don't know. I'm gonna go where my spirit leads me to. I just believe there's some things that I have to do in America before I can leave. But just something don't feel right to me. But I think for birthright, because people used to always ask me, why did I get Mississippi tattooed on my back? Because my great uncle got hung. I own the state. You own it because you took it. I earned it because I worked and died for it. So for blood to drip on this soil and me being treated the way that I'm being treated, it's so amazing to me that they act like black people are the most aggressive people in the world. I will show you something. And I have no problem. I have so many great friends. But the truth is, and scientifically, we can debate on this every day, all day. Everywhere, in every continent, that an older white man has gone, the decimation of the indigenous people there has always happened. Who were the people who owned America before anybody got here? Who were the natives, right? Be honest with me. When the last time you seen a Native American? Be honest. For the most part. You love it, but you know. And these are the things that I'm saying, but they make you feel like we are aggressive. We are supposed to be here. If we choose to go back, that's fine. But I believe in as much as we died, to go back and start over again? Sort of hard for me. But I just believe it's a personal choice. And when I say separation, I don't mean separation. People don't deal with people. I think people of all colors should deal with each other. But how can you feel like you're going to be respected by a man if you don't have your own? That's just like you standing in your... I had to learn this when I stayed with my dad. I thought I was a man. No, you're not a man. If you're a man, pay a bill. If you're a man, buy a house. Keep some lights on. Black men in America. If you're a man, produce your own food. Anything that means something about life. Where's your hospital? Where's your grocery store? Where's your anything that sustains life? You don't have it. So for me, it's not about the separation of the races. I think all people should be together, but you can't be respected as a man or a woman until you have your own. It's my personal opinion. Come on, we almost done. I'm feeling good.
How you doing? My name's Saquon Maka. I'm from Philadelphia.
I told you I'm a servant of the people.
So first of all, I just want to say thank you for making this evening yourself. I remember like a pen fit play, and just knowing that you can change and inspire me. My question for you is, a lot of the things that you've been talking about, you said it all starts with yourself, you. Certain things aren't, to me, it's not like that. Like common sense, there's no such thing as common sense. It's not common. So what you're talking about is self-determination. I want to know how I can help promote self-determination.
You be self-determined. I keep telling you, it's the same thing. People watch you. I'm not, like I say, I'm not going out saying I'm a positive rapper. I just spit what I want to spit, and it is whatever it is. That's why I hate when people say they do gospel music. No, just do good music. If you happen to speak about what you believe in, that's fine. That's why I like Lecrae. Lecrae doesn't call himself a conscious or a Christian rapper. He just spits hard bars over hard beats, and it's dope. Dude, all you have to do to promote is you be you. That's why I say my hair is a promotion. When I wear a shirt that says Patrice Lumumba, that's promotion. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to tell you, and I mean this, brother. This is something that I learned, and I pass this on to y'all. What does A-list artists do? No, what does B, C, and D-list artists do when they see cameras? They what? They pose and run towards them, right? What does A-list artists do when they see cameras? They run away from them. You know why? Because they know that they are the light. If you stand still, and Lil Wayne was the perfect example of that. He didn't go out rushing in clubs, popping bottles. He stayed in that booth. Every feature that they gave to him, he mowed it down. He did not go all around the world. He stayed in that one studio, and everybody that sent him a verse, he smashed it. And that's how he grew. He stood in one place and shined. And if you stand in one place and shine hard enough, by the law of attraction, everything that you want will come to you. Yes, sir. You want me out, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. You had me shaking there for a minute. I'm like, whoa, what do I tell them? Go ahead.
How you doing, sir? My name is David Stockton. I told you.
Dog, do you sing?
Huh?
You sing?
Nah, I mean, I do a little bit of rap.
Do you rap?
Yes.
Let me tell y'all why. He grabbed the mic. He was like,
You should say your name once again.
he's like, my name is David. When all the ladies look at me, and I look at myself, and I have my members only jacket on. Nah, for real, dude be on the mic with a hell of swag. I was like, oh, no, don't do it, son. Go ahead, bro.
Well, yeah.
Y'all saw I ain't No, don't say you didn't slide. Did you slide to the mic, though? You did? He said,
But, guys, thank you for coming out and everything, but I had to say my own thanks. It took me getting shot 6 times to really start to understand some of the things that you talk about. But I don't need flex that. I don't need flex that. I thank y'all, but I don't need flex. But it took me to really like be by myself and be in my roots to learn these things that you're speaking. And you know, a lot of these things that you're saying is going to resonate with some people, and other people's going to go in one ear and out the other. So I just want to say that the people don't have, you know, you have to be at your worst to really understand what he's saying, because everything that he's saying is 100,000% accurate. Like, it's the truth. But,
I want to tell you something real quick. This is what I think that I do. I don't try to change people's lives. What I try to do is I try to put markers on their ears. Because if you don't ever present it to them, when it comes to them a second time, if you never heard it the first time, then it just passes by you. Think about it. The same knowledge has been on the earth since God made the earth. Like they said about electricity. Electricity has always existed. It just took somebody to vibrate on that level to harness it. It has always been here. So all I do is put markers. So then when they experience it in the real world, they was like, damn, David, who's somebody? All right. And then the next time somebody else, like I said, I was on the journey for knowledge itself and didn't know it 22 years ago. But it took 1,000 markers because I was so dumb and pig-headed. You know, that's all I try to do is give markers, dog. That's all we can do. Because you can't change nobody. But I apologize.
oh no, quick, just making it quick. I know that it's very important to watch what you eat, and I know we've been, you know, lied to about how we're supposed to eat and things like that. It's a slow 2-part question, but what do we eat? Like, as far as, like, I know we're supposed to love everything. Are we supposed to be vegan, or are we supposed to, Like, as far as we need, or is this a better question?
I'll answer that question. Okay, is that it? What's the second one?
The second one is, and how do we start providing our own foods?
Okay, I got you. Really quick, what I eat. What I learned is, and I will show you from a scientific perspective, because what I tried to do is stop being emotional. My biology teacher told me that anything that eats meat is supposed to be able to find and conquer that meat with just this body. Like every animal that was meant to eat meat has what? Fangs. They don't need a fork, a knife, they'll rip your ass wide open. And they can run fast enough to catch any piece of meat it wants. That's why we don't have fangs. That's why, and actually as a human being, you are supposed to use the bathroom the same amount of times that you eat, just like you did when you were a baby. But the reason why a baby did it, because a baby didn't eat no meat, it just ate mush. That's what we're supposed to eat plants. That's what we're supposed to eat. But the truth is over time, we did what we saw everybody else do. So I personally, I was vegan for a while. And when I started doing the movies, in order for me to get the muscle mass that I needed, I started back eating meat. And I really enjoyed it too, I can't lie to you. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. The stuff that I tell y'all about, I'm still struggling with. I'm never gonna sit up here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that I don't fall short. But I will tell you what I do know or what I think is right. But from what I've studied, we're supposed to be eating plants. But y'all just eat the best that you can until you get to that point. I say do what you can until you can. Yes, sir. Come on, we got 3 more. Woo! I don't know what time it is. I got 10 o'clock there. All right, we good. Let's go.
Yeah, how you doing? My name is Shaq McKissick. I'm good. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm a music major. And I know like Josie and a couple more people in here is so inspiring. R&B.
Can I say one joke? Good. Please. One chain! Oh, nah, just joking. I was just joking. This just came to my head. I just wanted to say it.
But yeah, like I said, a whole bunch of inspiring like R&B artists. Like I sing R&B myself.
Hold up, y'all.
Yeah, I sing R&B myself, and I know there's a couple people in here that do rap. So I would say, from a different perspective from what you've been talking about, what would you give to like the young, black, aspiring R&B and rap artists trying to get a deal or whatever? Would you prefer a deal or doing it independently, or what's your...
Sing it out for me. Blow for one time.
Big shot! Let's go, boy!
Turn around to your people, though. Turn around to your people.
No one here.
No, you get what you want to get. We time running. Give it to them. Just one ball. Come on now.
You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Every good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you who we love supposed to be. Oh, you should let me love you.
That was dope. I'm gonna tell you, bro, what I learned is you never know when God's gonna give you the opportunity. That's why I did that. Just to see if he was gonna be ready. That's what it's about. I'll give you my opinion about that. You remember when I told you about drawing the line in the sand? You have to figure out what you want in life. I want to see it the way I want to see it. Say it. I just gotta ask because they paying me. That way I ain't get no check yet. I get that paper, y'all. I'm trying to eat. I'm out here being revolutionary. I gotta save every dime I can get. They gonna try to put me in jail. My uncle always said that it's not a fucking if you get a kiss. You have to define what that kiss is. For me, I know how to make money. I just need the exposure to be on my brand. If you want to make money, you want to have freedom, you want to explore true music, then I would say independence. It just depends what you want in life. And I can't tell you that. Only you can tell yourself that. Deal? I want to tell you real quick why he